Cape York was pretty bad, so we just anchored in 11 feet of water and took the dinghy into Cape York, walked out to the point, and then now we're heading back to Albany Island, where we're going to anchor for the night, and hopefully the holding is a little better there. And then tomorrow we're going to keep on going to Thursday Island and anchor there overnight, and then yeah, head across. Anchored at Horn Island. Pretty decent holding. And you can see there's Thursday Island, all the lights over there. And I don't know if you can see it in the video, but the whole ridge line over there is on fire. Must be a controlled burn. Well, we just spent 2 days anchored on Horn Island. It's pretty good. There's 2 small grocery stores. A little bit expensive, but you can get all the food you need there. Yeah, lots of historical stuff around. Like Thursday Island, just across the channel, has a old fort. I believe it was built in 1890, and then it was used in World War II as a signal post. And lots of World War II relics, like wrecked airplanes. I think there's a couple of B-17s in the water around here, and a bunch of boats. Apparently they dropped 500 bombs on Horn Island during the course of the war. We're anchored off of Goods Island, and we're motoring over to look at a historic wreck. We're not sure what it is, but we're going to go take a look at it. Bit of a rough dinghy ride coming into Goods Island here with some pretty strong currents. There's the wreck just up there. Of an old pier from World War II. We're probably about a kilometer from the wreck right now. Not too much of the pier left. There's another wreck just over here. And that's us anchored out there. Might be hard to get out again, is what I'm thinking. Fairly deep though. Well, our boom bang just broke. I have no idea how. But the shackle actually just snapped in half. Attached on with Dyneema up here, but it broke the stainless steel shackle. So I'd better fix that. It is new. Can stop flapping around. We're currently becalmed with not enough fuel to motor to the Victoria settlement, which is our destination. So we're just drifting at around 1-ish knots. We've been drifting for 2 days now. We're about 50 miles out, so we'll get there eventually. We're joined by some dolphins here. Pretty big pod of them. Well, we're at the old Victoria settlement, which was built in 1838 and abandoned after 11 years just because of isolation and disease. But there's still quite a lot of old buildings here. Like here's the magazine. Still has this roof and everything. And yeah, it still looks in pretty decent condition. Oh, this is a historic picnic table. It was from the overland arrival of, what does it say here, Ludwig Leach and party to Port Essington, 17th December 1845. It's holding up surprisingly well considering it's almost 200 years old now. Like you wouldn't even know it. Well, you can't really see too much of it, but there's the saw pit, which must have been pretty miserable in these temperatures. You just get completely covered in this thick layer of sawdust and sweat. This is the kiln. Hopefully there's nothing poisonous in here. Still smells smoky. You can see the air vent right there. Pretty small entranceway. think that was one of the most unpleasant anchors to pull up. It was completely coated in clay, so I had to keep stopping and cleaning it off just to get the clay off so it wouldn't clog up the windlass. I couldn't actually pull it up with that much clay on it, but yeah, it was really good holding anyway. Now we're motoring out from the Victoria settlement, and it's about 120 to 150 miles to Darwin, which is our next port of call. Well, one of our slides is just coming a little loose, so Keenan's fixing it up there. We just received a Mayday call. We're about 50 miles out of Darwin and no one's close enough to hear on the radio but us, so we tried to relay it to Darwin Coast Guard. They're out of range, so we're heading over to where the boat is. We don't really know too much about it. The reception was pretty spotty, and we'll see what we can do to help them out. Into Darwin Harbor here, and the water is just covered in a thick black oil slick. It's not very nice. Rainbows down here.